jennsheelen.com. And this is episode 43, the Droopy Knitting Skeindeer. Do you see what I did there? I promised you guys in my last episode that I was going to stick to a schedule. And as you can hear by my voice and see, I look and sound and feel like I was hit by a truck. But I promised! I promised I would film, so I am filming for you guys. It's going to be short and sweet, and then I'm going to go pass out. Now, I'm kind of high on cold medicine. I've had Mucinex, and it makes me a little loopy, so this could be an entertaining episode. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. I am joined here by my co-hosts. I have Doug the dog and little Miss Chelsea Bean. She may be jingling in the background. And Doug came running as soon as he saw me setting up and heard me setting up to film, and he likes my antlers, apparently. He's wearing his light up Christmas sweater. Dougie, can we show you off? Can we show you? Can you come here? Oh, over here. Come over here, buddy. Oh, look at you. You're such a good boy. Now, can you lay down? Can you lay down? There's a good boy. He's wearing his light up Christmas sweater, which I pull out every single year. And Chelsea, she's a little short. Come here, babe. Bean, come. No, bulldog, don't listen. She's wearing a jingly little collar that I put on her, and she's giving me the face that she's not very happy with me, so I'm sure I'll pay for that later. Stanley is not having any of it. It's a rainy, yucky day, and he is still sleeping. I don't blame him. I will be doing that in the very near future. Okay. So you can find me on various forms of social media. I am on Ravelry, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Tumblr, as well as Google Hangouts for virtual knit nights. And you can join me on my Jenn Sheelen Ravelry group as well. Hopefully you can understand what I'm saying with this stuffy nose and my crazy voice. So the podcast that I've been listening to lately is another true crime one, and it's called Cold, and it's about the Susan Powell murder and murder investigation, and it's really good, and I'm all caught up, so it's one of those where I have to wait each week for a new episode, and it's torture, because I'm like, oh, I just want to know what happens next. Like, I'm so used to binge listening on podcasts, so when I catch up, it's a bummer, because I'm like, now I'm waiting for the next week to listen to the next episode. But if you like true crime, it's a really good one. I don't want to spoil it for you and tell you what it's about, so check it out. It's I've been listening it on Apple Podcasts, but I have a link to it in my show notes on jennsheelen.com too, if you want to check out the website. Okay. Selfish knitting. So I've knit some shit. I have not gotten a ton of selfish knitting done because I was knitting for my pop-up that was at Article 15 Brewery last week. And oh my goodness, you guys, it went amazing. It was such a good night. We had a group of knitters come out, and they were buying yarns and tote bags, and they were loving the yarns, and they were knitting, and we were drinking beer, and I had other people coming, and, you know, customers at the brewery that were buying ornaments, and, you know, so I knit ornaments to sell, and it was an amazing night. Such a great brewery, and they released a new beer, and they waited on purpose to do it on the same day as the pop-up too, which was incredible. So I can't rave about that brewery enough. Super, super nice. Article 15 Brewery in Weymouth, Massachusetts. Thank you guys so much, and cheers. It was an amazing night. And I was so happy. Unfortunately, I've been sick since I did it, which is a bit of a bummer, but that's okay. It was more than worth it. It was awesome. It was such a great night. I can't rave about it enough. So good. But for selfish knitting, I've gotten a little bit done. I talked about my Grinch socks last week, 2 weeks ago, in my last episode. And I don't have my sock blockers here, unfortunately. They're upstairs. But I have the first one done. Colors are going to be a little bit off because I didn't mess with my lighting today. But look how fun that is. And I started the second sock. Opposite socks. I know. These are going to be so good. I'm so excited about these. Like, I can't even. And these are in the pattern by my girl Cozy Cute Knits. And these are the Spellbound Socks pattern. Oh, that's not the way to show it. There we go. Get a little view of the pattern. Super fun. Addictive pattern. Like, I fly through it. And I can knit read while I knit them too, which I love. So I've been working on those. So I've gotten some selfish knitting done. Even while sick too. Like when I'm sick when I can't knit. Where I'm just like, and when I'm laying down and I can't even mess with my iPad and play games. If I'm just laying there like a slug, you know it's bad. And that's what I've been like. The other thing I cast on, oh my god, you guys. This is a totally selfish knit. And not to toot my own horn, but I dyed this sock blank and I am so in love with it. It's my Tiptoe Through the Forest sock blank. You guys, and it's on twinkle base. I have wanted to cast on as soon as I dyed this sock blank. I am so in love with it. So I made more so that I can have one for me, myself, and I, and selfish knit it. And I did. I'm starting it. Look how fun it is. And I wish I could have the sock blockers to really show how these look nice and knit up. But yes, I'm missing one now. But look how pretty those are. So fun. So fun. I love how the colors are just like flecking in these socks. I'm in love. Like I can't. Sock knitting craving satisfied. Love them. And they are for me. They're mine. I'm like, if I knit these, they're for me. Because I love them and I've been dying to knit them. Wait, I dyed them to knit them and you know what I mean. See what I did there? That wasn't even on purpose. This Mucinex is good stuff. So that is it for selfish knitting. I mean, I knit like a billion ornaments last week. So over the last 2 weeks, I've knit a ton of them for the pop-up. And so I have finished stuff, but I sold them. So I can't show them to you. But that's a good thing. That is a good problem. My beverage of choice is not beer. Again, I'm on cold medicine and I'm so dehydrated. Yeah, adding beer, and plus I can't taste it. Like I just have no desire. So I have tea and a giant mug. It's my ginger lemon tea. And yeah, and I've been drinking that. It's more boring. Oh, my jingle dog in the background there. It's more boring than beer, but it's necessary. And my husband spikes, Frank Sheelen, he spikes his tea with rye when he's sick, and I can't do it. I've tried, and I'm like, I can't do it. And I know it's supposed to be like the whole cure thing. No, I can't. I just got plain tea. I've tried sucking it down. I've tried just like, nope. But apparently that is a good remedy. I just can't do it. He'll do rye or whiskey or whatever in your tea. No, not for this girl. But I do have some tea, so cheers. Hopefully you guys are able to have a more interesting beverage than this one. I will be back to beer when I am better. I'm hanging in there. I'm doing all right. Starting to get a little more foggy, but we're almost done. Don't have too much to talk about, which is a good thing because I don't have a lot in me. I don't have a lot of energy. You're getting all I got. What I'm styling? My Skeindeer antlers. I'm really kind of giggling to myself about the Skeindeer thing. I thought that was hilarious. I'm the person that laughs at her own jokes, and I'm okay with that. I am styling my Skeindeer antlers, and they're a little droopy. Like I said, I'm the droopy knitting Skeindeer today because, yes, I don't. Which one of you drooled on my antlers? Ew, guys, what's up? Ugh, I bet it was you, big guy. Ew. But that is what I'm styling, as well as this shirt, which I usually make this necklace a little. This was not on purpose. I got this necklace at Charming Charlie's, and I think I wore this for another episode last year, and it sits just right where it makes a star at the top of the tree, which I love. I thought that was so fun. I had put the necklace on just because, and I was like, oh. It was such a happy little accident. So, my little So I figured I'd put a little bit on to spruce this up. I hope you guys are listening to this podcast more than you're watching it. I'm like, this is pretty scary. Focus on the tree and all the presents that are behind me. Look at this. Look at this tree. This is crazy. So Frank, Sheelen, and I decided we are going to stay home this year for Christmas. Usually we travel down to visit family in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. And it's usually like 4 houses in 5 days. And nobody's really very close, so it's usually like an hour, a half hour, whatever, in between each house. So plus it's 5 to 6 hours for us to get down there. That's without traffic, which of course we always hit traffic. So it's a lot of car time. And we travel a lot this year in 2018 for all amazing things. Don't get me wrong. It was incredible. It was such an amazing year. But it was a lot of travel time. So we're like, we never get to stay home for Christmas. We've been able to open Christmas presents by the tree on Christmas Day, but we usually have to, like, that day pack up the truck and get ready to leave, or even sometimes drive on Christmas Day. So this year it's a treat to be able to stay home and open all our presents by the tree. So we've been Sheelen Santas from afar and sending presents to people, and they've been sending them to us, and they're all under our tree here for us to open, which I'm really, really excited about. So it'll be such a treat for us to just open all these under our own tree. I'm really excited about that. And, not having the car time and all that is a bit of a treat. And last year, right after Christmas, was when my foot decided to go kaput. So, and it's been threatening to do it again. So it's probably a good idea that we decided to stay home, especially since it's so angry, not to tempt fate and have that happen to me again and lose an entire month like I did last year. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, focus on the presents in the tree, not this. This is not good. Not a good situation going on here. Okay, showing off. So my friend Michelle makes project bags, and I've been encouraging her to make them to sell, which I think I've got her on board. So I need everybody to cheer her on to, yes, please make project bags because they're so fun. And she had made this Thanksgiving bag for me. And I saw her the other day, and she gave this bag to me. How fun is that bag? And look at this quilty material on the bottom too. It's a nice, sturdy, thick bag with the handle on the edge too. And cute fabric on the inside. Love, love, love. Very fun bag. Love it. Super cute. Little, right? So I've been encouraging her. I'm like, you make some really cute bags. Like, maybe you could sell them. Just saying. So I'm working on her. I'm working on her to do it. Just saying. Because that would be super fun. And we did a neighborhood Secret Santa recently. So we just celebrated this past Sunday. I dragged my sick ass across the street to go celebrate. I wasn't cold sick yet. I was still kind of just recovering from the pop-up at that point. Because I wouldn't have wanted to get anybody sick. But then, like, that afternoon, I was like, I don't feel so good. And that's when it hit. So at least it hit after we celebrated. But we had our Secret Santa, and my lovely neighbor, Marianne, gave me some knitting stuff. She gave me some turtle stuff, too. She gave me I didn't bring it in here. It's a Russian tortoise owner sticker, bumper sticker for my car, which I'm super excited about. And she got Stanley some Cuttlebone things to nosh on too. They're good for calcium for him. So I put them in his enclosure. He hasn't noshed on them yet, but he's climbed over them. So we'll see what happens. He's a stubborn little stinker. She got me this cute little kit. Love these. What knitter doesn't love these? With all the like little essentials in there. Like a pair of scissors. We got new measuring tape, which my measuring tape, I don't know if you knitters know this. I learned this kind of on the way. Your measuring tape does stretch out and eventually become... Originally, I did not know that. I wouldn't have even thought of that. But it will eventually stretch and not be accurate. So it is good to replace your measuring tape. So it's about time for me to... I have a measuring tape that is like one of my favorites, so I've been using like crazy. And I'm like... And it gets wet and it stretches, so it's good to replace it. There we go. New measuring tape. Plus they get lost too. I mean, really, that's one of the things, like that and my cable needle. My cable needles, like, I don't know what happens. They just disappear. That is the one thing I keep losing. Like, what is the one knitting item that you guys lose? Like, is there one in particular where, besides stitch markers, which is like the main thing, that those are like, forget it, they go everywhere. What is like the knitting item that you tend to lose the most? I'm curious. Mine, cable needle. 100% cable needle. It goes in the chair, and I'm like, Frank Sheelen! He has to tear the chair apart to go looking for my cable needle. Little thing, yeah, that's what I lose. But anywho, yeah, cute, okay. And then she got me Stitch Dictionary. I told her how amazing these are. These are amazing for designing. They're incredible. And you can never have too many of these. I have a stack of them. I did not have this one in particular, and it has different stuff in it. I'm very excited about it. And she gave me another one, and the poor woman, she apologized to me. She's like, well, I got this one. I don't know if you want to keep it. And I'm like, why? She goes, because it's a used one. And it is. It's like a used book, like battered book. But I'm like, you know what? This book was well loved. And this was in somebody's library. And now it's mine. So I'm like, you know, you kind of treasure it that much more, where it was in somebody's library for so long, and now I can appreciate it. So I feel like, of course I'll keep it. So I got this one too. Love it. Right? I mean, I just think it makes it kind of special. It's like my spinning wheel. Like it was put out on the curb to be thrown out, and had the name on a piece of tape stuck to her. So she was well loved and owned by somebody, and now, you know, now I can give her some love. So sometimes it's a little special to have something that's been passed down, especially in the knitting community. You kind of pass it down and can spread the love. I thought that was kind of fun. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Okay. I'm almost done. I need to take another sip. Hanging in there. Hanging in there. Giveaways. Alright, so for the make-along, I've pulled my winners. I'm very sorry that it has taken so long to pull them out, but I have finally pulled them, and Naomi is working on hers as well. So for my grand prize winner, it is Miss Peggy, Bork P on Ravelry. You have won, and girl, damn, you were on Knitting Fire. There were so many knitting projects in there. I'm like, you're whipping out hats and socks and this and that. I'm like, my head was spinning. It's amazing. Girl, you are on Knitting Fire. So, congratulations. I have a knitting package that will be coming to you. I think I have your address, but if you wouldn't mind private messaging me your address one more time, it'll make it a little bit quicker so I have it. That would be awesome, and congratulations. And I have 2 runner-ups for December winner, but I picked 2. We have another Yarn 9, and we have Sylvia 1002. So you two get to pick a pattern of your choice of mine or Cozy Cute Knits. So send me a message and let me know which pattern you would like, and I will get that sent off to you. Congratulations! You guys know I love a good giveaway. See why I had to film even like this? So I do have 2 threads open for giveaways for patterns, and it's from Barbara from Knitting I Love and from Sandra from Cherry Heart. And that's the chimney hat and cowl set from Barbara and the Linden Bee shawl from Cherry Heart. I'm going to leave that thread open a little bit longer. There's only been a few entries, so if you guys would like a chance to win those patterns, please go ahead and enter. I'll leave it open a little bit longer until I film again so that you have a chance to win. Knit reading and knit watching, as usual, I will have them in my show notes on jennsheelen.com, so go on over and check that out if you want to see what I've been reading and peeping. And we'll move on with what's up with all the things. My Rustic Elegant shawl is this close. It's being released. I'm so close. I just need to get some photos of it and get that thing up. I had planned on doing that this week. Plans were thwarted, as you can see. So I will get photos of that and get that pattern up, so keep an eye out for that. It was quite popular at my pop-up. The knitters loved it. It was great to be able to show them in person too, and like so they could feel and touch it with the yarn and see, you know, the actual pattern in person. It was awesome to be able to show them that. And they were looking at sets of yarn, and I'm like, oh, did you see my latest pattern? And pulled that out, and they were like, ooh, which to a designer, that is a major boost. That is an awesome reaction. I do not mind it. It's pretty great. So I'm really excited, super, super excited to be releasing that pattern. It's coming soon. Keep an eye out for that. And that is all I have for you guys today. See, I filmed, I promised, and I delivered. I'm so happy I did. And now I get to go pass out. Thank you guys for joining me. And I hope you all have very happy holidays and enjoy time with your family and have all the warm fuzzies and all the good things. I wish you all the best. Bye guys. See you soon. Happy knitting.